Hi there, it's Evelyn with Magellan College Counseling. I'm here with Rob Franek of the Princeton Review. He is one of the foremost names in test prep in the United States.
Evelyn, I'm going to skip therapy now. I'm feeling so good.
So I asked him to just give us a quick 2-minute rundown on what's new in SAT. The digital SAT is coming next spring. So Rob, tell us what's going on.
Yeah, next spring, right? So this past spring, March of 2023, international students, literally every international student across the globe took the digital SAT.
Okay. How'd that go?
Well, pretty well, at least anecdotally. You know, students are nervous a little bit about the adaptive testing. So just in a nutshell, three things that are happening on the new exam. Number one, the 3-hour pencil and paper test is going away to a 2-hour exam, really 2 hours and 14 minutes. But it also becomes an adaptive exam. So after you answer your first cohort of questions correctly, then likely the next cohort that you'll see in the next module will be that much harder than the first. But the inverse happens as well. So if you answer the first questions poorly, then the next questions that you'll see will be that much.
And your score is going to hinge on how you do in that first chunk,
100%, yeah. Well, for each of the modules, I hinge on that. But you know, currently, when I teach an SAT course for Princeton Review, I tell all of my students, listen, you don't get any more points for answering the most difficult question on the SAT than you do the easiest question. So the obvious strategy is answer the easy questions first, right? But now that strategy kind of that's a great tip. Yeah, it still holds true to the new place, but only in the first module. Because then the next questions you're going to see are going to be that much harder, and it's adaptive. So you're saving time because the questions are now weighted differently. Yeah, and that is really in a nutshell. That is the real part of it.
So for U.S. students, you're not going to get this exam until.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's a text. You're not going to get this exam until spring of 24.
Correct.
So if you're a junior right now, class of 24, this literally doesn't apply to you.
Yep.
So if you're a sophomore. And this is my advice. You tell me. We say if you're a sophomore and you're in Algebra 2, that's when you are prepared to start prepping. If you're in geometry, you shouldn't be prepping.
No, I think that's good. That's good advice. That's good advice. You know, one other thing, if you're a sophomore now, into your junior year, your PSAT is also going to be on the digital platform. So you're going to actually, thinking about, you'll actually have more experience, right, than for just going in cold for the March 2024 exam. I mean, if you're prepping, obviously you're going to get lots of practice tests, but taking the PSAT is always going, and it's going to happen on the digital SAT.
Should you prep for the PSAT?
Some of our students at Princeton Review choose to do it. It depends on what you want. I mean, it's relatively low stakes, but I mean, getting in that exam, you're going to get your feet wet, right? You're going to be kicking the tires there, so it's so it's interesting.
So parents sometimes ask, should we prep for the PSAT? And we honestly say no because the number of schools that give national merit, so your 11th grade PSAT counts for national merit. Very few colleges give national merit scholarships at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's relatively few. I think it's the accolade of being a national merit scholar, which is valuable, but the money is not so good. And it's only $2,500 or less than $3,000.
Exactly. Okay, you guys, you heard it from.
You've been great.
From Marcy's mouth. Thank you.
You're so good.